And you can't fathom it, like a person standing in front of this, looking it in its eye of sunset over smoking fields and telling it. And like in Destroy the Power, where I said that every time the narrator says, "We take the power and we can destroy you," that figure, that person of power in the song becomes smaller and smaller because the mass of people standing with the narrator ready to fight gets bigger and bigger. Um, and it's here in this song too. Every time the narrator addresses war, all the things he says to it redefine war in human words and definition and make it smaller, blunts the fear because the narrator stands up to it and exposes its corruption, its mask, and its lies. And he says, "War, baby, I'm a survivor. War, born in the fire." The strength and toughness of these two lines is unbelievable. The use of the word baby, too, because there's so much power in that. How he says it real easy, but going through it was real hard, and he knows it. He's speaking from experience. Baby, I'm a survivor. I'm born in the fire. These lines blow me away. They blow me away. He's like granite. Fire can't char him. It can't burn him. It won't leave a mark on him because he was born inside it. He too is a thing of flame and kinetic energy. Um, and by comparing him to the fire element, by making him a thing of fire himself, um, it doesn't make him invincible because fire has its limits and it has its weaknesses. You can smother it and you can extinguish it, but even though it still has this massive power, this ability to burn everything down, and by being compared to the fire, he gets some of its traits, its duration, and its resistance. And you see him standing there in pride, in all of his most human humanity, telling war that he was born from it. He was born from it and he survived. And his words, the narrator's words, these are like veterans of war. They're really tough expressions of people who have been through a lot, people who have seen a lot, people who stare ahead without blinking their eyes for a really long time because they see the events of back then unfolding right in front of their eyes over and over again in flashback, like a perpetual flashback. Um, and just these lines: "War, baby, I'm a survivor. War, born in the fire." Um, it's things you expect to hear from older people, like an army veteran talking to um, like a young guy inside like a restaurant or a cafe, kind of talking the loneliness away, um, and telling him his life story. These are things that come from individuals who have seen fire and charred earth and rivulets of blood in the dry grass and the cape of death blowing from his shoulders in the trenches. From individuals lying on the ground blinking up at the frothy sky with pupils blown out and the taste of blood on the tongue, and people who carried their comrades' letters home, placing them in the hands of grieving family members. They're really charged words, and they describe so much. The narrator is young, but he's been through war, whether it's an actual war or a war of the mind resisting persuasion and conviction by religious figures aiming for indoctrination or a following. Um, I love these lines so much because you create time with them. Without mentioning the word time, you create it. with the words that you use, using the word born, from born to survivor, showing the time that passes between the two, between being born and surviving to tell the tale. Time where war has been a part of the narrator's life, walking alongside him from birth to childhood to adulthood. Um, I'm thinking about children born in areas where there is active conflict and danger to children being born into a generational trauma, not exposed to an actual currently occurring war, but to parents and grandparents escaping from war zones and surviving to tell their stories to the younger generation. Um, those children that live through war through recounting and stories, um, objects that family members brought along with them to safety, like a pair of shoes or a tattered photograph folded and tucked into a pocket so it wouldn't get lost, or children being born into environments where different religions try to infiltrate their minds, each pulling to the opposite side, like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, um, or even like varying sects within one religion. All of these take time, shaping a child's brain into conformity, activating a physical war in the background. The child grows and the war unfolds and accelerates at the same speed the child's bones grow and mature. And even the word fire you used indicates time. Flames can burn forever if they have the right energy source, like the sun with its nuclear fusion of hydrogen atoms and helium. Flames burn fueled by oxygen and overgrowth, and time passes. The same way a candle burning can indicate time. Um, this is just, Darren, I love your writing so much. Creating time out of birth and survival and fire. Your writing is crazy. It's a whole force. Please always remember the strength of your writing. Always remember. Always remember. And the strength of those words, I'm a survivor, born in the fire. You can actually feel the narrator standing tall, shoulders pulled back, like his whole chest is a plate of armor. You feel the strength of iron and steel in him, the unbreakable of him. The skin of his arms is shiny and glistening, but it's not burnt. And this is really inspiring. People need those words. I'm a survivor, born in the fire. They can pick someone right up and make them feel like they can be as strong as the narrator is. Doesn't matter how many walls of flames they will have to walk through. They think if he can do it, if he survived all these ordeals by fire, then we can too. And you love him. You love the narrator so much because of his strength and because of his resilience and because of the way he sees the world. He's been through war, but he doesn't approve of it. It happened to him. It was forced on him by people and circumstances, and he had to survive through it. But he doesn't endorse it. He criticizes it. He just wants peace. And I also love how you rhymed the words survivor and fire, because when you read the lyrics, you see both words, one above the other, and by attaching them, you get the emotional impact of that, where the word fire defines the word survivor, and it puts the power and the heat of the flame right there, its ability to devour forest and acres and house and men, leave behind just soot blowing in the wind, and you feel its heat and its mercilessness and its explosion and breath, and it gives context to the word survivor. It makes it bigger, tougher, even more heroic. because the word fire tells you what you need to overcome in order to survive, and it also gives the survivor the strength of the fire, its impenetrable wall, its wildness, its independence, its resilience.